Welcome to another show, ladies and gentlemen. This one is, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But you can see the title up above. Jeffrey Epstein Hollywood Client Flight Logs Released. Now, I'm getting this video courtesy of the Hodge twins. That's where I saw it posted. And it seems like they were pretty surprised at the people on the list. But if you've been digging through the muck and the mire and the dirt and the dark underbelly that is the political and Hollywood and entertainment upper echelon, this comes as no surprise. I think the only names on there that surprised me were the ones that I was not familiar with. Everybody that I am familiar with, it really does not surprise me, right? And as I said, if you've been doing this work for a while, that is why you should not be surprised. If you watched any of my videos about SRA in what was the name of them? Devil Made Me Do It series. I did 4 of those videos, probably roughly 2 months ago. Probably early December, I want to say. If you watch those videos, you know that those sets of people, they go back way back, right? We have people in the industry now that are the progeny or the children of people that took part in these things. We talking about from Anton LaVey back then, right? We talking Sammy Davis Jr. era, right? They've been involved in this kind of thing, hobnobbing with these very same people. Now you have to understand these two things, they go hand in hand. That Devil Made Me Do It series was about Satanism in Hollywood, SRA, which is satanic ritual abuse. I keep saying SRA, but that's what it means, right? And these things go hobnob. These two sets of people, somehow they're always involved, right? The girl from Law and Order, right? Her mom was big into it, right? She was driving somewhere, got decapitated long time ago. That's, another story for another time. But yeah, a lot of these old, even the Tate murders going way back then, same thing. The same groups of people involved. Let's run it. I'll let them speak. I was going to cut the volume off, but just the fact that they're surprised at some of these people that's on here, to me, it's interesting that, there are people out there that would hear these things like, oh my God, this person is involved. And I'm like, not surprised. Let's run it.
Put them all together. Bill Clinton, George Mitchell, Alec Baldwin. Didn't see that coming. Ralph Finesse, George Hamilton.
Yep.
Dustin Hoffman. Oh, not Dustin Hoffman. Kevin Spacey.
Obvious.
Elizabeth Hurley. Laura Hunton. Janice Dixon. Who the fuck is that? Naomi Campbell.
Yep.
Christy Turlington. Yep. Henry Kissinger. That dude look crazy. He does, man. Joan Rivers. Oh, I know she burning in hell. Courtney Love. Mick Jagger. I couldn't figure that. Who the hell's Courtney guessing? Phil Collins. Phil Collins? Not Phil Collins. That's crazy. Simon LeBone. Charlie Rose. He looked creepy. Richard Branson.
Yep.
What? Candice Bushell. Tom Ford.
Yep,
yeah,
Tom
I can
Ford,
tell
yep.
looking at him. Yeah. Ver Wang. Never heard of him. Nadia Borland. Who is that? Nice ass. Oh no. Koo Stark. What kind of name is Koo Stark? Seth Green.
Yeah.
Seth Green. James Gunn. Dan Snyder. Steven Spielberg. Tom Hanks. Oh
Yep.
man. Stephen Colbert. Yeah, that suit never fooled me. And those glasses. Kathy Griffin, yeah, that makes sense. Oprah Winfrey,
Mhm.
Jay-Z,
Big money.
Beyonce,
Big money.
Anthony Cledis,
Don't know him.
John Legend. Oh, my boy John Legend and Christy Teigen went. Jim Carrey.
Yep.
Steven Tyler, Ben Affleck. When if J-Lo went? Stephen Collins, Will Ferrell,
Yep.
Eminem.
What?
Victor Salva, Mark Rector, Charlie Sheen, yeah, he done it spreading AIDS, Tyler Gresham, Madonna, yeah, who didn't see that coming?
Obvious.
Catherine Hudson, Gwen Stefani,
Yep.
Gwen Stefani, Lady Gaga,
Obvious.
man, James Franco,
Obvious.
Will Smith, but she was smacking bitches down. Justin Rowland, John Cusack,
Nope. Him.
Anderson Cooper, Demi Moore,
Yep.
Brian Affleck, never heard of, Meryl Streep, Wanda Sykes,
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler? I figured that one. Michelle Wolf, yeah, she's crazy. Michelle Wolf? Yeah. Pharrell Williams. Wow. Quentin Tarantino. Robert Downey Jr.
So I'll be honest. The only name that sort of threw me on there was John Cusack, right? Because John Cusack hasn't really been mainstream, I would say, for a while now. So, of course, at one time he was very, very popular, and he came up young in the industry. So, I guess that's why. But he hasn't really. I haven't seen much of him lately. So that, I was like, okay, but yeah, I can still see that because he's been around a while. But it's just like they were saying. Well, they said it previously. I don't think I played that part, but because their names are on the list, it does not mean that they engage in the same things that Epstein was involved in. However, the mere fact that this man already had these allegations against him, you would think that people with this kind of star power, specifically him, that's why I stopped it right here. People like Steven Tyler, Anderson Cooper, Oprah, Jay-Z, Beyonce, people with that kind of bright spotlight on their name would not be caught dead with this guy. But somehow, there they are. Bill Clinton, president? How much do you want to bet that that is just the tip of the iceberg, tip of the spear? I am willing to bet there are a lot more and way more incendiary names than just people from Hollywood. I'm willing to bet that if I had $100,000, I would bet $100,000 that there are way more important names than these. That's who they're throwing out there. Now, what was their purpose of being there? I have no clue. I cannot say. Don't know. Never been on the Lolita Express. I don't know. But if this represents a small portion, right, of people that are worth, truckloads of money, Oprah, Jay-Z, and Beyonce alone, right, that is like astronomical amounts of wealth. Bill Clinton and Kissinger alone, you talking about political influence? So it's obvious this guy was, obviously Epstein was pretty wealthy himself. But just from this little bit, I bet that rabbit hole goes deeper. But as I said, if you've been digging the dirt, the muck, and the mire for years like I have, and you've uncovered things, that people call conspiracy theories about the Hollywood elites, the political elites, the people that they hang around with. How many times have you seen people that were mentioned here on this list with somebody called Abramovich? I keep on forgetting her first name. I don't remember if it's Irina. I think it is, but her last name is Abramovich. There are questions about this woman. I won't go into all of it now, but of course, I can, if necessary, to pull up the images to show the kind of things that she's involved in. If you have ties to that woman, yeah, me seeing you on this list, not a big surprise. It's just like everybody's reaction to the Grammys. It's like, oh, the Grammys was so, off the wall. It was crazy. It was satanic. It was demonic. All these things. And I'm like, I'm not surprised. All right? Because as I said, I did these videos months ago. This stuff is just coming out now. The Grammys just happened recently. And when did I see this? I think yesterday? Or earlier today? I don't even remember. But, there you have it. Now, how could I have put these things together in that series, the 4 videos, and then this come out after, and people are like, oh my God. Why? Because, well, people don't watch my videos. If you had watched it and it was like, okay, what did I say? Do you really just think it all disappeared? You just think it magically went away? No, for the most part, the heat came on because there was all these murders and whatever related to SRA, and they were forced underground. They were forced into hiding. They had no choice. It was too hot. It's just like, let's say there's a bank robbery, right? Some dudes rob a bank. Do you immediately go and buy a brand new Benz or a brand new BMW? Like, let's say you robbed a bank yesterday, right? Everybody take their loot, spread out. Like, all right, I'm gonna go buy that new BMW bike. I'm gonna go buy the 2023 Benz or the 2023 BMW. No, you lay low. Until the heat dies down, you don't spend a dime. And even then, you got, wash the money and, probably send it overseas, take it different places to disperse it. This is exactly what happened. They had to be more careful with what they're doing. But now, it's like the hour of revelation. Things are coming out. So this does not surprise me. As I said, there was a few people I did not know, obviously. So, okay. But the only name that kind of threw me was John Cusack. I'm like, man, he been kind of low key. It's like, okay. But yeah, he's, been in Hollywood for a minute. No, John Cusack been around since what? I would say late 80s? The late 80s, early 90s, yeah. He was in the limelight for a bit as a teen. So, what can I say? But yeah, when you see things like this come out, then you just have to think, did this guy really take himself out? Epstein, we're talking about. Or did they put a hit on him because of this client list? You have to understand, like, if anybody within this spectrum was involved in what he was involved in, imagine what that means for their career. All right. I mean, I know I talk a lot about people not being, interested, and maybe not saying it as nice, but just it's something to think about, right? These things, people don't think about and like, you know what, it doesn't matter to me because it's not affecting me. But in a sense, it does, right? Because there's a lot of people that look up to these celebrities. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that, buy into the whole star power thing, and they will follow them and they won't believe, rumors about them, especially if it's without solid evidence, unless they get prosecuted, sent to prison, stuff like that. And they're like, oh, right. I'm pretty sure R. Kelly still has his fans out there, so c'est la vie. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just the tip of the spear, man. I'm almost certain of it, tip of the iceberg. And I'm willing to bet there's a lot more to come. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with everyone you know. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.